I hope you are keeping good. So dear students, in our previous class, we learned the Plantation Labor Act. So in that, almost chapter 4 we completed. Chapter 4 we completed. In today's class, we are going to see the chapter 5. Chapter 5. Chapter 5. So chapter 5 includes what? So let's see in next slide. Chapter 5 Hours and a limitation of employment. Limitation of employment. Hours and limitation of employment. It's a very important factor. So section 19 are weekly hours. So it's about the section 19 tells about the weekly how many hours they must work. Employees how many hours they should do the work. So provided in this act, no adult worker shall be required or allowed to work on any plantation in excess of 54 hours. 54 hours a week. So 54 hours a week is the ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಕೆಲಸ ಮಾಡಲಿಕ್ಕಿಲ್ಲ. So adult workers. Okay. So and no adolescent for more than 30 hours a week. The adolescents more than 30 hours a week. Okay. Next. Yes, whereas adult workers work in any plantation on any day in excess of the number of hours, so constituting a normal working day or more than 48 hours in any week. So he shall in respect of such overtime work. ಸೊ ಅಂತ ಒಂದು ಸಮಯವನ್ನು ಓವರ್ ಟೈಮ್ ವರ್ಕ್ ಅಂತೇಳಿ ಕನ್ಸಿಡರ್ ಮಾಡಬಹುದು. ಸೊ ಬಿ ಎಂಟೈಟಲ್ಡ್ ಟು ಟ್ವೈಸ್ ಎ ರೇಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಆರ್ಡಿನರಿ ವೇಜಸ್. ಸೊ ಹಾಗೇನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೇವೆ, ಸೊ ಅವರು ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಓವರ್ ಟೈಮ್ ಕೆಲಸ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು ಅಂತೇಳಿ ಕನ್ಸಿಡರ್ ಮಾಡಿದಾಗ ಅವರು ಡೈಲಿ ವೇಜಸ್ ಏನ್ ಪಡಿತಾರೆ ಅದರ ಒಂದು ಪಟ್ಟ ಜಾಸ್ತಿಯಾಗಿ ಅವರಿಗೆ ವೇಜಸ್ ಆಗಿ ನೀಡುವಂತದ್ದು. ಓಕೆ, ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್. ಸೊ ಬಟ್ ನೋ ಸಚ್ ವರ್ಕರ್ shall be allowed to work for more than 9 hours on any day and more than 50 hours in any week. More than 54 hours any weeks. Okay, next. So now the section 20, the weekly holidays. Weekly holidays. First one, the state government may by rules made in this behalf. Rules made in this behalf. The first one is provide for a day of rest in every period of 7 days, which shall be allowed to all workers. So provide for the day of rest. Day of rest in every period of 7 days. Every period of 7 days alli ಒಂದು day of rest ಅನ್ನು ನೀಡುವಂತದ್ದು for all the workers. For all the workers shall be allowed to all workers. Okay, next. So now the section 21, daily intervals for rest. Daily intervals for rest. The period of work on each day shall be so fixed, so that no period shall be exceed 5 hours and that no worker shall work for more than 5 hours before he has had an interval for rest for at least half an hour. At least half an hour. So ಇದರ ಪ್ರಕಾರ ಏನಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ, ಸೊ ಡೈಲಿ ಇಂಟರ್ವಲ್ ಫಾರ್ ರೆಸ್ಟ್, ಒಂದು ಕೆಲಸ ಮಾಡಿ ಆದ ನಂತರ ಒಂದು ಮಿಡಲ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಬ್ರೇಕ್ ಫಾರ್ ದ ಸಿಕ್ ಆಫ್ ರೆಸ್ಟ್, ಅವರಿಗೆ ರೆಸ್ಟ್ ಸಿಗ್ಲಿ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ಒಂದು ಹಾಫ್ ಅನ್ ಅವರ್ ರೆಸ್ಟ್ ಅನ್ನು ಮಾಡುವಂತ ಫೆಸಿಲಿಟಿ ಇರ್ಬೇಕಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ಹೇಳ್ತದೆ ಸೆಕ್ಷನ್ 21. ಸೊ ನಾವು ಸೆಕ್ಷನ್ 22, ಸೊ ಸ್ಪ್ರೆಡ್ ಓವರ್. ಸೊ ಸೆಕ್ಷನ್ 22 ಅಬೌಟ್ ದ ಸ್ಪ್ರೆಡ್ ಓವರ್. ದ ಪೀರಿಯಡ್ ಆಫ್ ವರ್ಕ್ ಆಫ್ an adult worker in a plantation shall be so arranged that inclusive of his interval or rest under the section 21, it shall not be spread over more than 12 hours, including the time spent in waiting for work on any day. Okay, next. So it's not a spread over. So it's not a interval for the rest under the section 21. So it shall not spread over more than 12 hours, including the time spent in waiting for the work on any day. Okay, next. So now section 24. So prohibition of employment of young children. So no child who has not completed his 15 years shall be required or allowed to work in any plantations. So ಸೊ ಪ್ರಾಹಿಬಿಷನ್ ಆಫ್ ಎಂಪ್ಲಾಯ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಯಂಗ್ ಚಿಲ್ಡ್ರನ್ಸ್ ಸೆಕ್ಷನ್ 24 ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಮೆನ್ಷನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಓಕೆ, ಚೈಲ್ಡ್ ಲೇಬರ್ ಅನ್ನು ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡೋಕ್ಕಿಲ್ಲ. ಸೊ ಬಿಲೋ 15 years of age, ಬಿಲೋ 15 years of age. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ಅದನ್ನು ಸೆಕ್ಷನ್ 24 ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಮೆನ್ಷನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಸೆಕ್ಷನ್ 25, ನೈಟ್ ವರ್ಕ್ ಫಾರ್ ವುಮೆನ್. ಸೊ ಎಕ್ಸೆಪ್ಟ್ with the permission of the state government, no woman work shall be employed in any plantation otherwise than between the hours of 6 a.m. to 6 a.m. 7 p.m. Okay, so night work na permission illa women's ಗೆ. Okay, so government permission ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಮಾತ್ರ, state government, so with the permission of state government, no woman worker shall be employed in any plantations otherwise than between the hours of 6 a.m. to 7 p.m. ಸೊ ಅಷ್ಟೊತ್ತಿಗೆ ಮಾತ್ರ ಅವರಿಗೆ ಕೆಲಸ ಮಾಡಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಇರುವಂತದ್ದು. ಸೊ ನೈಟ್ ವರ್ಕ್ ಇಲ್ಲ, ನೈಟ್ ವರ್ಕ್ ಪ್ರೊವಿಷನ್ ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಓಕೆ, ಸೆಕ್ಷನ್ 25 ನ ಪ್ರಕಾರ. ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್, ಸೊ now the section 27, so certificate of fitness, certificate of fitness. So what it is? A certified surgeon shall on application of any young person or his parent or guardian accompanied by a document assigned by the employer or any other person who is behalf that such person will be employed in the plantation if certified to be fit for work. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ಈ ಫಿಟ್ನೆಸ್ ಸರ್ಟಿಫಿಕೇಟ್ ಏನಿದೆ, ಆ ಎಂಪ್ಲಾಯಿ ಏನಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಅವರು ಆ ವರ್ಕ್ ಗೆ ಸುಟೇಬಲ್ ಅನ್ನುವಂಥದ್ದು ನಮಗೆ ತಿಳಿಸಿ ಕೊಡ್ತದೆ. ಫಾರ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್, ನಾನೊಂದು ಏನೋ ಒಂದು ಹೆವಿ ಪ್ರೊಡಕ್ಷನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೇನೆ. ಸೊ ಐ ನೀಡ್ ದ ವರ್ಕರ್ಸ್ ಲೈಕ್ ವೆರಿ ಫಿಟೆಡ್ ಪರ್ಸನ್ಸ್. ಓಕೆ, ತುಂಬಾ ಫಿಟ್ ಆಗಿರಬೇಕು. ದೇ ನೀಡ್ ಟು ಲಿವ್ ದ ವೇಟ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಆಲ್. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ನಮ್ಗೊಬ್ರು ಎಂಪ್ಲಾಯಿ ಬರ್ತಾರೆ, ಹಿ ಇಸ್ ಅರೌಂಡ್ 50 years. ಸೊ ಫಿಸಿಕಲಿ ಹಿ ಇಸ್ ಗುಡ್. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ಫಿಟ್ನೆಸ್ ಸರ್ಟಿಫಿಕೇಟ್ ನೋಡಿದಾಗ ಆ ಒಂದು ಕೆಲಸಕ್ಕೆ ಅವ್ರು ಸುಟೇಬಲ್ ಅಲ್ಲ ಅಂತೇಳಿ ಅನಿಸ್ತದೆ. ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ದೇ ನೀಡ್ ಟು ಕ್ಯಾರಿ ದ ಹೆವಿ ವೇಟ್. So till morning to evening. Okay, so I think he is not suitable. So avara age inda agirbodu. So I can analyze that he is not suitable for that work. Avaru ಕೆಲಸ ಮಾಡಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಅರ್ಹರ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ಅಲ್ಲ. So they can do the work but any other sector, not here. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಮಾಡಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಅಸಾಧ್ಯ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ. Okay, so or on the application of the employer or any other person on his behalf with the reference to any young person's intending to work, so examine such person and ascertain his fitness for workers as an adolescent. So this is all about the certificate of fitness. Under section 27. Okay, next. So next point, a certificate of fitness granted under this section shall be valid for a period of 12 months from the date thereof, but may be renewed. Okay, next, third one, any fee payable for the certificate under this section shall be paid by the employer and shall not be recoverable from the young persons, his parent or guardian. Okay, next, so chapter 6. Next, the chapter 6. Chapter 6. So in chapter 6, section 30 tells what? It focus on annual leave with wages, providing the facility of annual leave with wages. Every worker shall be allowed leave with wages for a number of days calculated at the rate of, if an adult, 1 day for every 20 days of work performed by him, and if any adolescents, 1 day for every 15 days of work performed by him. So provided that a period of leave shall be inclusive of any holiday which may occur during the such periods. So now the section 31, the wages during the leave period. So for the leave allowed to a worker under section 30, he shall be paid at the rate of equal to a daily average of his total full-time wages, exclusive of any overtime earning and bonus if any, but inclusive of dearness allowance, and the cash equivalent of any advantages occurring by the concessional supply by the employer of food grains for the day on which he worked. So select section 32, sickness and maternity benefit. Sickness and maternity benefit. So ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಹೆಲ್ತ್ ಆದಾಗ ಸೊ ಯಾವ ತರ ಪ್ರೊವಿಷನ್ ಅನ್ನು ಪ್ರೊವೈಡ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು, ಸೊ ಮ್ಯಾಟರ್ನಿಟಿ ಬೆನಿಫಿಟ್ ಯಾವ ತರ ನೀಡಬೇಕು ಅನ್ನೋದ್ರ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಸೆಕ್ಷನ್ 32 ತಿಳಿಸಿಕೊಡ್ತದೆ. So subject to any rule that may be made in this behalf, every worker shall be entitled to obtain from his employer, in the case of sickness, certified by a qualified medical practitioner, the sickness allowance, and if a woman in the case of confinement or expected confinement maternity allowance at such rate for the such period and at such intervals as may be prescribed. Okay, so sickness ಇದ್ದಾಗ ಸೊ ಡಾಕ್ಟರ್ ಸರ್ಟಿಫಿಕೇಟ್ ನ ಥ್ರೂ ಅವರು ಪ್ರೂವ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು, ನನಗೆ ಇಲ್ಲ ಹೆಲ್ತ್ ಇತ್ತು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ಪ್ರೂವ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ಅಂತ ಒಂದು ಸಿವಿಯರ್ ಇಂಜುರಿ ಆದಾಗ ಸೊ ಅಂತವರಿಗೆ ಸಿಕ್ನೆಸ್ ಬೆನಿಫಿಟ್ ಅನ್ನುವಂತ ಪ್ರೊವೈಡ್ ಮಾಡುವಂತ ಫೆಸಿಲಿಟಿ ಇರ್ತದೆ ಅಂಡರ್ ಸೆಕ್ಷನ್ 32 ನ ಪ್ರಕಾರ. ಇವನ್ ಮ್ಯಾಟರ್ನಿಟಿ ಬೆನಿಫಿಟ್ ಕೂಡ ಇರ್ತದೆ. ಮ್ಯಾಟರ್ನಿಟಿ ಬೆನಿಫಿಟ್ ಯಾರಿಗಿರುವಂತದ್ದು? ವುಮೆನ್ ವರ್ಕರ್ಸ್ ಗೆ ಇರುವಂತದ್ದು. ಆಲ್ ರೈಟ್, ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್. So now the section 32(2), the state government may make the rules regulating the payment of sickness or a maternity allowance, and any such rules may specify the circumstances in which such allowance shall not be payable or shall cases to the payable, and in framing any rules under this section, the state government shall have a due regard to the medical facility that may be provided by the employer in any plantation. Chapter 6A. Chapter 6A. So section 32A, notice of accident. Notice of accident. So wherein any plantation an accident occurs, so which causes death or which causes any bodily injury to a worker, reason of which the worker injured is prevented from working for a period of 48 hours or more immediately following the accident, or which is of such a natural nature as may be prescribed, the employer thereof shall send a notice thereof to such authorities in such form and within such a time as may be prescribed. So notice of accident. So in case, so during the time of process of production or any other work in organization, so our workers or employees, they were facing the accidentally they met injured. So during that time, they need to take care of that, or else in kind during the time of so pre-information they should provide for the employees or authorities. During the time of accident happens in the organization, they may send a notice of accident to the higher authorities. These things happen in our organization or in our workplace. Okay, so next. So now the section 32B. So register of accidents. The employer shall maintain a register of all accidents which occur in such plantation in such forms as may be prescribed. So ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ರಿಜಿಸ್ಟ್ರೇಷನ್ ಆಫ್ ಆಕ್ಸಿಡೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಇದು ಯಾವಾಗಲೂ ಆಗುವಂತದ್ದಲ್ಲ. ಸೊ ಬೈ ಆಕ್ಸಿಡೆಂಟಲ್, ಸೊ ವಿದೌಟ್ ನೋಯಿಂಗ್ ಸಮ್ ಟೈಮ್ ಇಟ್ಸ್ ಹ್ಯಾಪನ್ಸ್. ಸೊ ದೇ ಶುಡ್ ಟು ಮೇಂಟೈನ್ ದ ರೆಕಾರ್ಡ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಇಟ್. ಓಕೆ, ಅವರು ಅದರ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ರೆಕಾರ್ಡ್ ಅನ್ನು ಮೇಂಟೈನ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ಸೊ ಅದರಿಂದ ಕೆಲವೊಮ್ಮೆ ನಷ್ಟ ಆಗುವಂತ ಸಾಧ್ಯತೆ ಇರ್ತದೆ. ಸೊ ದೇ ಆರ್ ಗೋಯಿಂಗ್ ಟು ಪ್ರೊವೈಡ್ ದ ಕಂಪನ್ಸೇಷನ್ ಫಾರ್ ದ ಎಂಪ್ಲಾಯೀಸ್ ಆಸ್ ವೆಲ್. ಹೌದಲ್ಲ? ಸೊ ಆತರ ಸೊ ಅದನ್ನೆಲ್ಲ ಮೇಂಟೈನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇರಬೇಕು, ಅವರು ರೆಕಾರ್ಡ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇರುವಂತದ್ದು. So now the chapter 7, penalties and procedure. Chapter 7, penalties and procedure. Section 33, abstractions. Section 33, abstractions. So whoever obstruct an inspector in the discharge of his duties under this act, or refuse or willfully neglects to afford the inspector any reasonable facility or making any inspections, examination or inquiry authorized by or under this act in relation to the any plantation shall be punishable with the imprisonment for a term which may extend 3 months or with the fine which may extend to 500 rupees or with both. Okay, abstractions ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಇನ್ ಕೇಸ್ ಏನಾದ್ರೂ ತಪ್ಪು ನಡೆದಂತ ಸಂದರ್ಭದಲ್ಲಿ ಸೊ ಅವರನ್ನು ಪನಿಷ್ ಮಾಡುವಂತಹ ಸಿಸ್ಟಮ್ ಕೂಡ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಇದೆ ಪೆನಾಲ್ಟೀಸ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಪ್ರೊಸೀಜರ್ ನ ಪ್ರಕಾರ. ಸೊ ಒಂದೇ ಅವರಿಗೆ 3 months ನ ಇಂಪ್ರಿಸನ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಆಗುವಂತದ್ದು, ಆರ್ ಎಲ್ಸ್ ದೇ ಮೇ ಪೇ ದ ಫೈನ್ ಆರ್ ಪೆನಾಲ್ಟೀಸ್. ಎಷ್ಟು ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ ಅಷ್ಟನ್ನು ಪೇ ಮಾಡುವಂತದ್ದು. ಇಲ್ಲದ ಸಂದರ್ಭದಲ್ಲಿ ಎರಡನ್ನು ಕೂಡ ಮಾಡುವಂತದ್ದು, ಪೆನಾಲ್ಟಿ ಪ್ಲಸ್ ಇಂಪ್ರಿಸನ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಎರಡನ್ನು ಕೂಡ ಅವರು ತಗೊಳ್ಬೇಕಾಗ್ತದೆ ಸೊ ತಪ್ಪು ಆದಾಗ. Okay, next. So whoever willfully refuse to produce on the demands of an inspector any register or other document kept in pursuance of this act or prevent or attempts to prevent or does anything which he has reason to believe is likely to prevent any person from appearing before or being examined by an inspector acting in pursuance of his duties under this act shall be punishable with the imprisonment for a term which may extend it to 3 months or with a fine which may extend it to 500 rupees or with both. Section 34. So use of a false certificate of fitness. So it may happen sometime. Okay, so whoever knowingly use or attempt to use as a certificate of fitness so granted to himself under the section 27, a certificate to another person under that section, or having been granted a certificate of a fitness to himself, though knowingly allows it to be used or allows an attempt to use it to be made by another person, so shall be punishable with imprisonment which may extended to 1 month or with a fine which may extend to 50 rupees or with both. So use of false certificate of fitness. So employee ಏನಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಅವರು false certificate of fitness ಅನ್ನು ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಿಬಿಟ್ಟು ಕೆಲಸ ಪಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ಬಂದ ಸಂದರ್ಭದಲ್ಲಿ ಇನ್ ಕೇಸ್ ಅದು ಅಥಾರಿಟಿಗೆ ಅಥವಾ ಎಂಪ್ಲಾಯೀಸ್ಗೆ ತಿಳಿತು ಅಂತ ಸಂದರ್ಭದಲ್ಲಿ so according to the rules and regulations, according to the especially section 34, so we can punish them ಅವ್ರ ಮೇಲೆ ಆಕ್ಷನ್ ಅನ್ನು ತಗೊಳ್ಬಹುದು. Okay, next section 35. So contraventions of provisions regarding employment of labor. So whoever except at otherwise permitted by or under this act so contravenes any provisions of this act or any rules made there under the prohibiting in a plantation and shall be punishable with imprisonment for a term which may extended to 3 months or with a fine which may extend to 500 rupees or with both. So section 38, exemptions of employer from liability in certain cases. So where an employer change with an offense under this act, so alleges that another person is the actual offender, he shall be entitled upon a complaints made by him in this behalf to have on the giving to the prosecutor in this behalf 3 clear days notice in writing of his intention so to do, so that other person brought before the court on the day appointed for the hearing of the cases and if after the commission of the offences has been approved, the employer proves to the satisfactions of the court that he has used to diligence to the diligence to the enforce the executions of the relevant provisions of this act. So exemptions of employer from the liability of certain cases. So certain cases ಅಲ್ಲಿ exemptions ಇರ್ತದೆ. In case mistake ಆದ್ರೂ ಕೂಡ ಕೆಲವೊಮ್ಮೆ exemptions ಅನ್ನು ಪಡ್ಕೊಳ್ತಾರೆ offenders. ಓಕೆ offenders. ಸೊ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಕೆಲವೊಂದು ರೂಲ್ಸ್ ಇದೆ, ಕೆಲವೊಂದು ಸಿಸ್ಟಮ್ ಇದೆ. ಸೊ ಆ ಸಿಸ್ಟಮ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಹೋದ್ರೆ ಮಾತ್ರ ಅದನ್ನು ಪಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿಕ್ಕೆ ಆಗುವಂತದ್ದು. ಅದನ್ನು ಸೆಕ್ಷನ್ 38 ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಮೆನ್ಷನ್ ಮಾಡಿರುವಂತದ್ದು. Okay, so dear students, so now we finished the Plantation Labor Act 1951. So here the Plantation Labor Act concept is finished. Okay, so next class we are going to see another act. Okay, so I think it's enough for today. So we will meet in next class. Till that time, bye bye. Have a nice day. Take care. Thank you.